Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas gearing up for UFC 156 alongside UFC President Dana White. And Dana, I know you get excited about stare downs. One of the best of all time, at least in recent memory, Bigfoot and the Reem right there.
There's been some good ones. That was definitely a good one. The good thing about this one is it caught me off guard.
Oh.
I didn't expect it.
You didn't know about the back and forth?
No idea. I didn't know there was any beef with these guys. I didn't know that they were going back and forth, and they start staring down, and Bigfoot just keeps getting closer and closer and closer to his face, and I could tell that Alistair was getting irritated. So I put my hands in and started trying to push them both back, and they weren't letting me push them back. They were both pushing against me. And then he says, Bigfoot says, "You better start respecting me. You better start showing respect." And Alistair goes, "I'm gonna fucking destroy you."
Wow.
Is what he says. And then I was like, oh man. You know, the reason that I stand there, I'm not standing there trying to, get in a shot or anything, is because there's actually a state law in Nevada. Somebody has to be there. You see how boxing went through this period where stare downs would happen and guys would start punching each other in the face, So unfortunately, I'm there to make sure that nobody punches each other in the face. If those two would have started punching, that would not have been fun.
You were not quick enough when Anderson gave Chael the old, "How you doing?"
That one bummed me out.
Yeah.
I never saw, who the hell would think that happened? I was really upset with myself when it happened. Then when I went backstage and saw the tape, I was like, what the hell? I couldn't have done anything.
It was so quick. Now let me ask you about Alistair. You have taken some time to warm up to him. Are you a believer yet in Alistair Overeem, or does he need to win impressively on Saturday for you to fully commit to him?
No, I mean, we're committed to him. He's one of the best heavyweights in the world. We had a little a little speed bump in our relationship there last year, but you know what? He couldn't have been more of a stand-up guy and acted like a real man in the way that he handled it, and we're cool.
If he wins, he gets a title shot, right?
Yeah.
How happy are you to see Frankie finally at 145? It seems like you've wanted this for so long.
I did. I am happy for him at this weight. Stylistically, this fight is awesome. I love this fight. I've been calling it a super fight. If you don't think this is a super fight, you're out of your mind.
I'm really mad about this super
People
fight.
are. I've seen both. I've been people saying there was I saw a post where people were like, "Is this a super fight?" No. Yes. 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 No. No. Yes. No. No. I mean, this is a super fight. These are two of the pound for pound best in the world fighting in the prime of their career. That's what you want. Same thing. I mean, no different than if Floyd and Manny fought. Two of the best pound for pound guys in the world fighting in their prime. That's a super fight.
Rashad Evans told us that if you go up to him on Saturday after he beats Little Nog and say, "Hey Rashad, I want you to fight Anderson Silva at 185, he will say yes. So does that mean it's a done deal? If Rashad wins, he's fighting Anderson at 185 next?
Nope.
What do you say to young Chris Weidman then? A guy who's 5-0, he's done everything you've asked, How does he not get the title shot? He's been fighting in that weight class.
I say to Chris, we didn't say yes to Rashad.
What are you leaning towards?
I don't know. There's no doubt that those are the two guys in the running. Okay, those are the two guys in the running. We'll see what happens on Saturday.
I don't know if we could see him on camera here. We're being oh, he's right there. Ed Soares is kind of hanging around waiting for you. What's going on?
I don't know. Ed Soares just said, "Hey, how much longer are you going to be? We need to talk." And I said, "Okay."
At Anderson, probably.
Probably, or it could be Lyoto. Could be anybody.
I just wanted to expand a bit on what you said about Randy Couture. How did this happen? How did he? Because he was on Fox, last month. So how did he sign a deal with Spike? Where did things go wrong?
So today at this press conference, I knew people were going to ask me questions about. So I said my piece on Randy Couture, and that this will be it after today. I'll never mention him again. But the bottom line is this: when that whole thing went down with Randy a few years ago, we weren't on the best of terms. Now before that happened, Randy Couture was on the Chuck Liddell, Matt Hughes deal. Matt, he was getting a salary. He was in the company. He was one of the guys. So then he does this stuff, tries to, pull all this bullshit that he tried to do with Affliction, right? Loses, comes back. So it took me a long time to warm up to him. His lawyer, whom I can't stand, calling our lawyer every day. We want to come back. We want that job again, and we want to work in the UFC and all this stuff. Finally, I fucking said yes, and I give him the Fox deal. He doesn't even finish his contract. He's got one more fight left, and he bails on the contract and goes and does this. Randy Couture has this, Captain America image and stuff like that. Randy Couture's not a good guy. Never been a good guy. And I'm actually, and I mean this, when I say this, I couldn't mean it anymore. I am happy that he went there. I'm happy he's there. I never have to deal with Randy Couture ever again, you know? So in a nutshell, that's what happened. And, somebody here today said, wow, that public perception would be, I said, yeah, we'll talk to 99% of the people who really know him, and you'll see.
You dropped a huge bombshell about the rankings coming out. Does this lead to problems, though? Because you may have a guy who's ranked 5th and another guy who's ranked 2nd, but the guy who's 2nd may not be very popular, won impressively, and fans want to see the guy who's 5th, and then you'll have like contract issues. Can this lead to headaches for you? Because that's what I've always heard when I've asked Joe Silva, why not come out with rankings? People will now use this when they try to negotiate.
Yeah, well, I mean, guys are always going to use something to negotiate. That's not the deal. We don't care about that. What we're concerned with is, as we continue to grow and we get bigger, this thing continues to evolve. You know, everybody who's into a sport in the United States is used to rankings. Whether you're a college football fan, you're a baseball fan, basketball, everybody is ranked. So we just thought it would be interesting. 90 media members have been invited to be a part of the poll. And it'll end up being more as the thing goes on. And they will vote on who the top guys in the world are in the UFC.
Will I be invited?
Probably.
Thank you.
I would imagine you will be.
I appreciate it. Now, 2 more quick questions for you. You got a phone call this week from one Justin Timberlake. What happened there? How did this happen? I thought you didn't like him.
We have that Sports Illustrated story came out.
Right.
And it ends up we have the same jeweler.
Wow.
Yeah. So he saw the Sports Illustrated story. He called our jeweler. Our jeweler hooked us up, and he couldn't have been, again, such a stand-up move. You know, and just to put it in context, when you do these interviews like the one I did with Sports Illustrated, it's a Q&A, and they ask you all these questions and, you know, all this stuff. And one of them was, you know, celebrities you like, celebrities you don't like, and why. So I told the Timberlake story, and I've never been shy about the Timberlake story. But that guy didn't have to call me. You know, he could read that and say, whatever, you know. But he reached out to Lior. Lior, you know, put it together, and then I tweeted him, said that was a stand-up move, and then he tweeted me back, good luck with, you know, UFC 156. So, stand up. You know, what you got to give the guy respect, and he didn't have to do it. He did, and I appreciate it, and you know, change.
Your buddies.
I don't know if we're buddies, but you know, he reached out and he did something cool. He you know, basically what he said I would never do that. I would never do that. I don't even remember it happening and all that stuff, which he didn't have to make the call, and he did.
Finally, to put a bow on all this, you just talked about how great Las Vegas is this time of year, Super Bowl weekend, right? It's a huge time for Las Vegas. But on a conference call recently, Fox was saying next year the Super Bowl is in the New York, New Jersey area. It's on Fox. They want to do it there. Will you leave Las Vegas and break the norm here?
We probably will.
That's a bummer, right, for Vegas?
We probably will be in New York next year.
Would that be a Fox show or a pay-per-view? Because it will be the night before the Fox Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. We're still working on that. We got a ways to go to worry about that. But yeah, if I had to say here right now to you asking me that question, I'd say we'll probably be in New York.
All right. Well, good luck this weekend, and good luck. Can't wait. Niners Pats. It's going to be a great Super Bowl.
Thanks.